to the Children of Primus.
And we are finally live!
Oh, I was sweating over here.
I still function!
Talking about sweating, I'm dripping buckets!
I don't know if we're live because I'm on the YouTube
We
video.
are
Nothing's
live.
happening.
Well, you know, as mega as mega a conglomerate. I'm saying that wrong. As huge as a company of mega YouTube and Google, YouTube has a delay of almost like up to a minute or 2 minutes for some strange reason. Everything else seems to be a bit more on real time. So if you're watching on Google, everything that's happening now is happened in the past about a minute ago.
Yep, I just checked on my phone. We're there.
There we are.
I like double verified.
And
Yeah, Tactor, there's something that can help you with sweating, dripping buckets. It's called deodorant. I know you didn't have to deal with it before puberty, but now you do.
I already know that. All this was right here just giving me serious
Hey, there's a perfect opportunity to make that joke. You just kind of set it up for me to make, so.
See, like I said, easy target.
you know, the Raphael from Ninja
angle.
Turtles would be like, it's too easy. It's too easy. Then,
because I will come back and I will not play fair.
oh.
I don't know why I'm on an
You're
angle
channeling
like
your
this
inner
on Batman
Goku
again.
Black then, aren't you? You're not being Goku, you're being Goku back and being all evil and shit. Oop, I wasn't supposed to say that S word.
Why does the black guy always got to be evil? That's racist.
You ever seen that clip where
Yeah,
you go
I was
and
just about to mention
Goku
that.
and Trunks get to the future, and the gunmen, like the police force, come out, and they're like, and Trunks like, stop! This man isn't black, as in that's his actual name is Black, but they're like
They
they take
mistook
it
Goku
as
for the other guy, but
you know as a
it
racing.
makes it
It's
sound
like,
very
oh, that was an
unfortunate.
unfortunate language barrier between Japan and the U.S.
So, amongst all the madness, welcome back to Children of Primus Freestyle Frenzy Sunday. It's been a couple weeks due to a holiday on the Canadian side, a holiday on the American side, and we've got a lot of upcoming news, which Mario has actually touched upon that news, saying, hello, Children of Primus, can't wait to see your thoughts if your HASLAB Omega Prime has quality issues. Well,
I'm gonna say this right off the top. I got this from a friend named Minor Edgar. Hopefully, we can share his links. He's on.
Yes.
He's a really great artist. He's on Blue Sky and Tumblr. I got this because he got an extra, right? One of those mistaken FedEx ones. And it was a sweetheart deal. So if there's anything wrong with it, I'm gonna be fine with it. I'm telling myself that now. I didn't think I was gonna have any of them, so I'd settle for a broken one. You know?
Sweetheart deal. I had my tomatoes ready.
Yeah.
I
Scholar,
need to
gentleman,
weed my
and a really
garden
good
air
artist
plot
with a unique
to
style.
plant my tomatoes.
Yeah, why would you throw
Oh yeah, Tactor, I'll provide you to come back for you. My birthday is tomorrow. You want to ask me if I'm going to be a senior citizen yet?
I don't actually do that's kind of offensive in my opinion.
So, a literal question. How long until I can pop this thing open?
well, let's see. I would say a few minutes. Because I know
got a few reveals.
everyone's got a few reveals. So as we get through,
Why do we not have a Mr. Magnus?
few.
I'm not sure. You know, he may show up, and it's just like our usual weekly things. Someone may show up, someone may not show up. It's that's just how it is.
Yeah, like me 3 weekends ago, I woke up. It was like already after 8:30. I was like, I'll just sleep till like 9 o'clock. I wake back up at 9:38. I'm like, I'm screwed. So that's where I was 3 weeks ago. No alcohol, retired.
The stream's still not going on YouTube, and I can't sit down in my chair because then I can't see you guys, and I don't know when to show my stuff and when to shut my mouth. So
Well,
Interesting.
It's refreshing because I checked on my phone and it was showing up. I was watching us. I checked YouTube on my phone.
on YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah.
No.
Did you guys just put on Disney?
There we go. Hard to see.
Wait,
but
live
there,
on
I'm
stream
looking
on
at
top
us.
of a live stream.
Yeah.
Wait, you know what? I'm gonna join the thing. I'm gonna type
That's
that on my
weird.
tablet.
Okay,
assure you,
I refreshed it and it didn't show up. I clicked back and then forward again and it shows up.
There you
My
go.
bad.
All right. Well, we're going.
Okay, I typed it. It's just gonna take a little bit on my tablet. Yeah, I'm running
I'm
low
in
on
a
space
Dutch
on my
angle because the
tablet.
whole assembly that I built to hoist my laptop up is like a little bit uneven. That's why everything's tilted.
Okay, that works. And Mario says, also, I'm wondering if you guys saw the leaks on the next wave of studio series and some Takara teases, and also other dramatic capture series set.
May I see? May
I
say
did.
what the
I
new-
didn't send all of those in because there's so many things. I tried to pick like the 5 best news items.
Mhm.
This
But
is what
yeah,
I'm
the big
hoping.
one is Studio 86 Megatron's finally out there and
Yeah, I'm right now hoping there's a So who here has seen Skybound's latest issue in Transformers?
I
Not
admit I
me.
have
Don't
not read
spoil
it
it
yet.
for me, or I'll come to Pennsylvania and kick your butt.
Oh, well, okay.
They
I
give
can
you a
only
bear hug.
spoil- No, I can only give you
Nothing
one
violence.
spoiler about Megatron. He turns into a tank gun. So it's a tank.
Oh, that was from Skybound?
Yep, he's a tank with a trigger under it, and basically that.
Where was
I'm
it?
right now
Where was it?
hoping somebody out there does the fun thing and 3D prints a trigger hand, or somehow somebody discovers a secret ability to turn Megatron's tank into a gun. That's
Packer,
my.
is it this panel?
Yep.
Okay, I saw that on Facebook, and I was like, is that from the Skybound comics? And the person was like, yes, it is.
Yeah, and oh wait, I can't even say who dies.
Nope.
Yeah, don't say that.
No, you
Nope.
can't.
I'll have to go to
Okay,
Pennsylvania
I
and
can
give you a
also
bear
say
hug.
this. This is one of the. If I'm correct, this is a dramatic capture set. I'm not fully sure on this, but I heard that we're getting a Thundercracker and Reflector set going off the G1 scene where Thundercracker takes pictures of that orange minivan that's going to the power plant.
Yeah, that's one of the dramatic capture sets they revealed. We don't know what the color scheme is going to be, but it's just Reflector and Thundercracker.
Please give us a miniature camera to go in Thundercracker's hands.
I mean, probably
Yeah,
they did. I have a miniature
Loki's
camera. It
action
came with the
Megatron comes with a camera.
yeah, came with a
He comes with
Centurion
the
accessory set.
lightsaber, the gun that he finds in the on the ground,
Mhm.
laser beak, Crimson, who are back there, and then you can stash all the accessories that you're not using in the
Also,
in
for the
throne and the mace on the ball and chain.
also
They're all
for
in
the
that
head
chair, what I'm not using. And Megatron can stick up his middle finger.
Also, for the heads up, I will not be here on stream next week. I am going to be on vacation. But I will be here next stream.
Cool. Well, let's jump over everyone. So over to Toy Warp, what reveal do you have?
They are really hard to get up in front of camera.
Is that the Ghostbusters' entire playset?
Yes. The only reason I had that out is because the guy I got the slot car sets off of had a boxed Tripticon that he wanted to trade for the Ghostbuster house.
Ooh.
So I got my Ghostbuster house out and all the Ghostbuster stuff, and then he didn't want to trade. So got it all out for nothing.
Good to be true set.
However, I picked myself up 6 slot car sets varying from late 80s to mid 90s. But the prize out of those sets
Dun 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 dun.
Oh!
Oh,
from the Viper TV show.
nice.
There was a Viper TV show.
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of like, kind of wanted to replace Knight Rider. The car didn't talk, but it had all sorts of nifty gadgets and everything like Knight Rider. Yeah, it was awesome.
Nice.
And
Knight Rider.
Is that Fire Wars Devastator? Am I
Yeah.
seeing in your show?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you said you were all about G1.
that is the size of the Devastator we should have gotten. Okay?
If
Not
you
the
ever
one
seen
that...
the original G1, that thing is tiny.
Yeah.
That's like the size of a liter
As a matter of
bag,
fact,
maybe
Devastator,
a
the
Commander
real
or even
Devastator is the next shelf up. And he's as tall as Big Devy's leg.
Yeah, I'm
So-
going to just say this right now. For me, I have officially decided I'm going to go all in for this. I'm going to attempt to get 86 Devastator.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So I'm going to go all in and hunt for him. And right now, there's a high valuing chance that I will find both Bone Crusher and Scrapper, both of them, at the same time at my Walmart. So, short story short, I go to this camp called Blue Mountain Academy. It's for an entire week, basically. And it's I think it's up near Camp Hill, where I am. And where I go, basically, they have a Walmart out in the middle of nowhere in America speaking. It's a part of like a giant shopping center almost. And I occasionally find every figure that I'm supposed to find in a Walmart, basically, or a Target. So there's a high valuing chance I will find both Bone Crusher and Scrapper since I searched up the Walmart and they have them in stock right now.
nice.
Yeah, I'll say you might have some luck, like the Myers, where I got most of my Transformers since whatever Legacy Wave had like Windblade in it.
That's
They
Legacy
had,
United.
I know I didn't get it because I got the one coming from Mr. Magnus of Bone Crusher, but I finally saw it. It only took 2 months to see Bone Crusher in a while, and not the one that's not my Blokies. So
Only.
maybe it looks like he's finally
Windblade.
getting to not be so hard to find. So you
Slipstream.
might have some luck. And Scrapper, I had pretty much a good, easy time finding him the whole time because Voyagers don't
Speaking
compete
of-
for space as much.
Speaking
back
of stuff
over
that's
to-
hard to find, hold on, I got
Yep.
one more reveal.
Back over to Toy Warp. Hmm.
Yeah, hard to find.
Oh my goodness!
Is that a punching bag?
Yes,
It's a punching bag!
it is the Transformers punching bag.
The name is quite funny, but we'll save that for Teletran 2.
How much did that cost?
Oh, is it a picture of Starscream on it?
I know, it's like, you buy the punching bag, but it's Starscream on it, so it's still Megatron's punching bag.
Both literally and figuratively.
So, nifty
Promise
story
does
with
not
this.
endorse fighting people.
Nifty story with this. So this was a $250 piece.
Oh,
What?
I didn't pay for it.
Say what?
Yeah, I won a bet. Somebody thought they
Stealing
knew
isn't the
movies better
answer.
than me. They screwed with me, knowing movies, and I won the bet. And the bet was that the next day we'd go and get this.
Nice. Nice.
Pretty awesome.
Wow.
What was the question?
It was somebody that thought that Pierce Brosnan had brown eyes. It was a James Bond. We were talking James Bond movies, and I don't even know that much about James Bond movies, to be honest. But I do know that he had blue eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I
To
just
be fair,
we
I
just
couldn't
saw
tell
him in
you what
the
color Pierce
Black
Brosnan's
Adam.
eyes are, so...
For the
So-
heads up, if anybody asks me a Transformer question, I will most likely know that question right off the bat. Mainly name characters.
I think that's most of us. It's sealed. It's never been opened. So
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
I'm referring
Nice.
to even the obscure characters. I can name off every record that was created, even every single Beast Wars character that was created.
Any more reveals for Toy Warp?
That is that. That's me.
Oh,
Can I open the
okay.
box now?
Well,
I hear you talking, and then you don't hear the box opening.
Wait, hold on. I got another reveal.
Oh, I don't care.
I'll share what I was just showing on the Facebook group.
Poor Fear Courage, man.
Yep.
I'm
Well,
telling
James,
you.
James says, I hope that unboxing of Omega Prime doesn't crack and DNA Design is making an upgrade kit for Omega Prime. And
If it is
Mario,
cracked, whatever. That's the thing. I got the tools right here to do the repairs. I'm just going to do the repairs live because they're not too difficult. They take a little bit, but they're not terribly difficult to do. I'm basically going to unscrew part of it and sand something down.
there you go. And Mario says, and it's not just Studio Series 86 Megatron. We also have the last 2 Constructicons for Studio Series 86 Devastator League and the next concept art figure whose role was taken by Stinger for Age of Extinction.
Widowmaker. It was the
all
female
this just like
Decepticon.
dropped like late yesterday, early today. There's like a show in Japan where they showed off like all of the Constructicons together finally, the new ones. And the same leaker that leaked 86 Megatron also had the Studio Series Widowmaker figure, which is a concept art one. That was
The
gonna be
Blokey set.
Extinction.
My dad is already searching for that thing. If
What?
nobody know, sorry.
Oh, Impactor, what reveals do you have?
Well, I was also gonna say the thing that Stembach was showing was the Blokey set for Devastator. But so for my reveals, so the first reveal, the first one that I got was inbox Transformers Reveal the Shield Fallback Complete,
Oh, okay.
aka Outback,
I can hear
and then
Anthony's
even
blood
luckier
boiling.
find, a random sibling, was Transformers Brawn from Revenge of the Fallen Complete. I was able to both pick these guys up for, well, I got Braun here in auction for $20.40. I was lucky to get him because, I was about to have to pay $50. I was lucky. And Fallback here, I was able to get him for maybe 40 something. And then the only other reveal I have chilling around here, let me just pull up my stop motions. So right now I have for once, school is so allowing that I'm allowed to do a stop motion as my ELA project.
Oh.
Is your school still going on in Pennsylvania still?
Well, for me, it's Cyberchar Academy. June 6th is the last official school day.
Yeah, I think my niece and nephew, they're out already. So I guess that sometime last week, I don't remember when my mom told me that they finally. My mom lives with my niece and nephew and my brother and sister-in-law.
Let me just disconnect my headphones.
You would have get out of high. You said the 6th.
Yeah, the 6th.
Yeah, I think in Virginia we used to get out of public school around like the 15th or so. So I would have gone like another week or so.
So this right here is the work in progress for my ELA project, though unfortunately I do not think it'll be able to come to term because I don't have enough time to finish it. So I'll finish an old one. So this is my ELA project. It'll play momentarily, and I think you guys can tell what the scene is. Oh, it's not even fully volumed. I gotta fix the volume. Alright, now let's do it. Wait. Let me just skim through. There we go.
Oh, you did the bullet bounce.
So yeah, I did the entire.
Horrible
This is the
violence.
first scene I did.
I always like it when you make objects hover like that bullet casing.
Yeah, it took me so long to build the spaceship for the actual scene out of Legos. It took me too long.
Nice.
Actually looks pretty cool.
Yeah, this entire stop motion was going for straight up accuracy, and then the other one I did, let me just get to the cool thing I was working on. So I've been right now doing a bunch of visual effects editing, because, well, I've been bored. And
Anthony's not bored.
I like your definition of bored. You're creating high-end stop motion animation is your definition of I'm bored, so I'm just gonna
Hi,
casually
Sandra.
make a stop motion animation. Something that Hollywood spends years, even decades, to make some movie.
Okay, be aware this thing's gonna be fast. I was able to finally figure out the blur effect for blur.
All right.
Cool. Let's see.
Why is
this? Actually, I can see it.
Oh, actually, that's very cool. I like that.
Studio series release.
So look, if we go back here, we can see the fade out. You see right here.
Yup.
Why are you all laughing?
It's really good.
It's good laughter. Ah.
Oh, this is classic.
What was breaking out?
Oh man! If you can't hear Anthony's blood boiling by now, you need a hearing check.
Now I see it.
Oh my God, that poor man.
Okay, I'll show the final. I have 2 more stop motions, but I'll show this one, and we'll let Anthony open this thing.
Cool.
Okay.
2 more. I'm sorry, your stop motions are really good. I should emphasize that fact.
So this is
I'm not.
that the figure you were showing us as a reveal earlier?
That's Braun.
Nice.
I was able
Nice.
to figure out how to do the entire bit. Like, during this time, I was just chilling in my room, sitting, bored out of my mind, decided to just do some animation with Braun here and just try and figure out how to make his eyes scan something. Did that, and then discovered how to do blur. Also, the 86 Megatron's gun, like, he comes with a gun, is horrible, and this thing's way better, if I had to be honest. Thank you, Mr. Magnus, again.
Anthony, jump! Pounce! Pounce, Anthony! Pounce!
Do it now! Open it! Rip it open! Destroy the
Come on, do it now!
Okay. For the record, I've had this for like 2 weeks because,
And then we had to have multiple holidays. So I'm just going to pop this guy open. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get everybody out on the table, and then I'll unpacked into their vehicle modes, and then I'll start the repairs.
There you go. As you're opening the box, Sandra says, "Hello, children of Primus." Hello, Sandra. And James also sends a wave, says hello to Sandra. Sandra says, "The Toy Warp, another amazing item for your collection." And
This is a really interesting thing they did here. They put all of the... You open the box, and it's all in, like, separate boxes.
I believe that might
I think
be
they did that
Okay, I'm just
specifically
gonna
so you
guess
could,
this
like,
right
resell
now.
them if you wanted to.
Interesting.
I'm gonna guess this right now. I'm gonna say the second box right there that Torp just pulled out of the packaging is Magnus, and the bottom one's Optimus.
It's... one interesting thing is I use boxes like this as figure risers, so I'm looking at all of these like variable heights, and I'm like, ooh, display options for my shelves.
Right here,
Tall
if
one,
I
the
bought-
short one, the medium one.
That Impactor does the same thing.
Let's just say this: if I were to buy Omega Prime, though I doubt I'll be able to purchase him. Oh my goodness! I see the northern lights from my window here.
Holy crap, wait.
It's too late, man. Anthony, it's too late. Fear of Courage has the
Take a
screen.
picture for us.
By the way, this is. I'd like to
Take
emphasize
a picture
this
on
is
your camera and then
gigantic.
hold it up on the screen when you have the once Anthony's done to show us. Or it didn't happen.
This is the Matrix blade, and it's the largest thing in the set. It's a sword that's apparently taller than Omega himself. And this was originally Fortress Maximus's sword.
Oh,
The one that he came with in Japan, for like headmasters.
okay.
One thing I would like to add on about this is that I actually, so on eBay, believe it or not, I actually saw 5 to 10 Omega Primes being sold on there. The cheapest I saw one being sold was for like $250, while the highest one I saw being sold was for like $400. So like, it's slightly tempting to totally not save a bunch of money and then buy Omega Prime.
Yeah, I'll figure out how this fits together later. I just want to get everything out.
Actually, how much was Omega Prime going for out through the HasLab crowdfunding?
$2,000 and a Canadian kidney, according to CBR.
So basically, us Americans are selling it for cheaper, I guess.
Ooh. Okay, this is the Optimus here.
Dang it, I was wrong, so switched.
Let me just pull this guy out.
Ooh.
Why does that look so like the original?
It
Like,
does.
they-
I wish I had the original to compare. I don't, but
Wasn't this the
Yeah, I
series?
think the
he was
toy
a fire
guy
truck?
showed them together in his review.
Yeah, he did that. Yeah, that toy guy did that.
whoa, that's a tight ratchet.
Wow.
Yeah, actually, I think he sold his
snap.
his old one from 2001, his original, to the shop. He gets a lot of his used Transformers do. He shows him doing that at the end of his video review of the HasLab.
Yeah. Listen to that. Wait, let me hold it here. I'm worried about the tightness.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Wow.
the ladder. Ojun said the ladder's pretty tight on his review.
Oh, you guys want to know something that's kind of weird and
Weapon
funny?
under here.
When I opened my Transformers Reveal the Shield fallback, his left leg was completely unscrewed for some odd reason.
QC issues.
QC issues from 2009. Why was it
I
unscrewed?
must take a drink of the ocean bomb.
I had to screw it in, and then I had to continuously keep removing and putting back the ball joints for their arms because their arms are too stiff.
This guy
So yeah, I
Team
guess
here.
both of them still have QC issues, and I'm referring to Braun and Fallback here. Still have them to this day.
I know
I'm
these
telling you
little-
what. Go ahead, Anthony.
These little chrome parts, I know we're gonna have to go on his super mode head.
What are you about to say, Tori? Tori Warp?
Fear of Courage is absolutely made of sterner stuff. To not open this up, wait 2 weeks to do it on stream. I'm telling you what.
Oh yeah, everybody got theirs. Like I got this before a lot of people did, and now everybody else already has theirs. That's like the time change that we're talking about. So then what's in this one? I don't know. Okay,
It's
but let me
most
start
likely
with this one.
Magnus. I 200%
Yeah,
bet
this is
Magnus.
definitely going to be Ultra Magnus. There's all of his chromed bits, and everybody was always like, "Where's his Autobot symbol? Is it missing?" No, it's on him still. I'm just gonna leave these chrome bits in the tray here so they don't fall everywhere.
So this thing's called Omega Prime
Yeah, it's Optimus and Magnus's
and
combined
Magnus,
form. That's
but
what it's
why
called.
Omega Prime?
They both
Because they
have the
become the ultimate powerful prime.
Yeah.
the
There's a symbol.
Matrix, and when they combine, they form like a new entity, kind of like how in Dragon Ball when Vegeta
Yeah,
and
his bumper.
Goku combine, and you get Gogeta or Vegito. Similar to that, but with Optimus Prime and Ultra Magnus.
I think I immediately understand how this goes together, so let me make sure that his vehicle mode is at least complete.
Question mark.
Yes, because we all know how big of a Dragon Ball fan I am. Thanks for that.
I'm sitting here like, okay.
Yeah, I'll wait till everything's out before I put it together. But yeah, his face isn't supposed to be so sunken in. This chrome bit is the truck front.
Oh, interesting. Well, as you're unpacking, Mario says, and how do you all feel about and any thoughts on Studio Series 86 Megatron in terms of the robot being close to the G1 cartoon animation and how it transforms into the tank, etc.?
Okay, man.
Really good looking robot mode, really clean back. He doesn't have treads. That's what everybody was worried about. Like, you can't see them, they vanish into his feet.
If you were to
Okay,
quickly share screen, I think everybody will share my screen. I have my Megatron held up here. Everybody can tell why they don't want the treads. Yeah, I'm happy that they didn't do the treads. Basically, this is what everybody was not was worried about that we would have.
Right.
Yeah, he doesn't have. He has a clean. There aren't treads on his back.
There's a YouTuber who did a full-on customization video where they took the I forget what it was called. It was not Platinum Edition. It was one of the Siege Megatrons that had the Cell Shade Siege Megatron, and like stripped it of every part, removed every pin and screw, and like removed all the paint, and then repainted the thing into a perfect-looking G1 Megatron, and removed the back.
This last box is the first time I've actually had to get my clippers out because there hasn't been any plastic ties on this at all, which I think is interesting.
What's that giant plate?
This is a figure stand. He comes with a stand. A couple of stands.
two of
There's a
them.
whole second layer down here.
Why does
Now, didn't-
Hasbro not make these in singular things? I would much gladly like to use that for my 86 Optimus, please.
Now, didn't Magnus have the original, and he said they were about the same size?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some comparisons. They are about the same size, but they didn't come with a lot of this stuff. Like, Blue Bolts here is a character they added to this set, which, by the way, if you paid attention to one of my previews, the two best friends are reunited finally. These characters know each other, and now I have both of them.
Did you say Blue Bolts?
Yep, Blue Bolts and
I heard
Dark
that,
Amber
no.
Neo Prime.
This is not Teletrain 2. This is not
It better not be
Teletrain 2.
41 degrees
No.
tomorrow morning again like it was today, or I'm going to be literal Tour Warp misheard tomorrow morning.
Okay, so what else we have here?
I'd like to put
Stands of
my
solid
thoughts on
plastic.
the 86 Megatron in my honest opinion. So from what I've seen, tank mode and bot mode, the tank mode I honestly kind of like. Just wish the entire arm situation was not like making him look weird. To me, it kind of gives me the deja vu of the little mini tank Megatron that we had a while back. And then to go off bot mode, I personally really like it, especially as they said, no treads. But the thing I'm still hoping is that we somehow figure out to make him a gun slightly, like Bumblebee movie Mags. And for accessories, I'm happy they gave us that lightsaber thing, but the gun, why couldn't they just reissue the original one that we got for I think it was the sets? Like, why couldn't they just reissue this one? Because this one looks way better and has way better detailing than the
Because
other
it's
one.
Hasbro, aka Hasbro.
But yeah, I'm hoping it's a good figure. And also, like for the reveals, I'm still wondering why we haven't seen Scavenger yet, because we've seen Mixmaster a bunch now, but we haven't seen
Well, we
Scavenger
saw
yet
everybody
for Basics.
this weekend at that toy show that I mentioned earlier.
Well, I haven't seen it yet, so I'll have to switch it up then, because I want to see how he looks. Because right after this entire summer, I'm just gonna be buying either favor stuff or saving it up. So
Hey,
I'm
check
gonna
this
have
out.
to.
That's the smallest guy in this set. If you want to give me the screen.
Is that Is that Titans Master?
Yep, it's a Titan Master.
Who? What's the head?
There we go.
That is it is a repaint of Fortress Maximus's smallest guy, Spike, and he's still called Cerebros. There he is in his head mode.
Okay.
On the Robots in Disguise show, Fortress Maximus was there, and control of him was like an important part of the final arc of the show. So this little guy was kind of a MacGuffin that everybody was after, because he was like a semi-sentient thing that controlled it. So in the Japanese toy line, they re-released Fortress Maximus in this red and black color scheme, like the G1 figure. And they tried to get it to release here in America when they imported the toy line, but couldn't pass drop testing, so it didn't get re-released. So them including the little Fort Max Headmaster unit is a little bit of a mea culpa.
Also, to put into other things, on Big Bad Toy Store, you can get Fort Max just to go off if anybody still wants him for like $200. He's in stock now on Big Bad Toy Store again. I'm surprised that they keep getting in stock all the old guys.
So what I'm going to do is, hi, there's Capicolo. She sees a box.
Kitty baby.
Yeah. What I'm going to do is put all the stand parts in this box here, so I don't have to deal with the
Cat is sniffing China. Well, not
That
China.
reminds
Japan.
me. I normally only see Peaches and Linus, my neighbors, Mastiff and Pity, that you guys normally hear when I sit down on the porch, and their orange and white cat was in the little window. So I guess the dogs let him get on the couch finally. He was so happy, because the dogs are normally on the couch when they're inside.
Well, those dogs fail their job.
Well, the reason they bark a lot is if they see Shinta, because they got a black cat as well, they'll think it's their black cat that they live with. And like I noticed, like this morning when I went out with Shinta, like Peaches kept on barking at me whenever Shinta was standing in the doorway when I had the door open. But when he went back totally out of view, she would stop barking. So obviously she knows, like, can't be having the cat get out.
Just as a quick point of size comparison here, this guy's bigger than Commander Rodimus Prime from Kingdom.
Dang.
He also weighs a lot more.
Wow.
Also,
Actually, Rodimus is longer, but like there's more mass here.
Also, quick question, Toy Warp. Not Toy Warp, Fear Courage.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how good is I keep saying A6 Rodimus. We need an A6 Rodimus. But how good is Rodimus?
Like a 9? I don't have any major issues.
Well, I just didn't know, because right now I'm getting close, because once I buy 86 Megatron Galvatron, I'm going to go hunting for a Kingdom Rodimus so I can just recreate the entire fight scene of Rodimus versus Galvatron and everything. So, like, I really need to figure out who I'm going to get.
These pop out? I don't know. Have to try later.
Why do I have 386 tabs open on my tablet? I wonder why.
Yeah. No yellowing, it looks like, so I don't see any obvious QC errors. But what I'm going to do is get everybody properly assembled first, and then I'll start on repairs and things. And to do that, I feel like I'm going to need this massive instruction sheet.
It's big enough to be a little blanket.
Yeah,
Are you gonna
instruction sheets? This is one of them.
Fear? Are you gonna assemble him like combine him before you do the
If I have
repairs? or
time,
after?
I'm gonna try. But the first
Yeah,
thing
what
I
are you
gotta
doing
have-
first? Assembling or repairs?
Well, first I'm gonna properly assemble both of these guys because some of their parts aren't on out of the box, like Magnus's truck front.
Plus,
Then I'm gonna
you
do
got to
the
get them into
repairs,
robot
and then after
mode
that, I'm
to
gonna
do the repair
put them through their
anyhow,
paces.
right? To get access to the screws, I would imagine.
Yeah. No, I'll take care of it when it's ready to go together. Are they just not going to tell me how to assemble this guy? I'm looking at Ultra Magnus's instructions. Let me check the other sheet.
So, Anthony, are those destructions sort of like the equivalent of what is it, CVS that has like the receipts that are like a scarf?
I don't think I ever use the instructions anymore. I think I'm gonna be the only, like, between everybody. Like, I've asked every person that my dad even did a post inside like a Transformers Facebook group on
It's okay.
who still
Boy.
uses the instructions for Transformer
Shit,
figures,
no.
and every single
No.
person said yes, they still
Pee in
use
my
their
damn
instructions for Transformers. Well, me on the other hand, I'll just go at the figure and try and figure out how to transform it.
I mean, welcome to manhood.
See, I always use the instructions because I don't want to break nothing.
For me, I can tell when I don't want to break anything. For instance, tension parts, basically. I had to unscrew also. So just like the same thing with Fallback and Brawn, their legs, so their lower legs. So let's just go right here for Brawn here. This part right here, this entire leg was super stiff. I swear, if I did not untighten the entire thing, I swear the leg would have broke. I did it on both of them just because I did not want to risk breaking two very expensive and rare figures. Yeah, I don't get why between every character that I've tried to find, almost all of the Revenge of the Fallen figures that I'm specifically searching for are super expensive for some odd reason, and people are selling them for like double their price. Because last I checked, when I was on mainly where I shop is eBay, last I checked, all these characters are going for their retail price, which would be $35, $34, and now they're not. So, like,
All right. I just wanted to finish Magnus's truck front so he looked proper.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was wondering where his bumper went.
Yeah. The other stuff can wait. Yeah, so these guys are both gigantic.
Who's gonna lead your Transformers collection? Is it gonna be Optimus or Magnus?
Oh, Optimus for sure.
For me, back when I was younger, I just have the biggest bot lead whatever I had. To go off, actually, since I have internet on my tablet, this right, I'm just gonna show you guys. This is what my Transformers collection looked like a very, very long time ago. So let me just find the image. Oh, speaking of, like, cool things, my neighbor was having this vehicle towed from their house. This was a blue Volkswagen.
Oh, that's a nice VW.
Yeah, and both me and my dad agreed. The tires look like Baver's 2007 Bumblebee from the first, when he was in his old school Camaro, and then changed into a Volkswagen.
Well, Toy Whip, what your Volkswagen would you say that was?
I got to see the picture clearer. Depends on how much chrome is on it.
Not a lot of chrome.
If there's not a lot of chrome, then it's 70s.
It looks
I don't think they
70s.
started making the convertible until the mid-60s, but yeah, the more chrome that's on it, the older it is.
Cool.
Well, the bumper, the tires, and the front bumper, like everything also on the inside was shiny.
That's yeah, those are a lot of money anymore. The convertibles.
Hey, Toy War. So I have the stream pulled up on my phone, and I was scrolling down to see what's on the bottom. I mean, on the videos recommended below, and I saw this.
I gotta wait to see it.
When Florida was on the wrong continent. Anyway, I got the sword assembled here, which is like
That's what I was giggling about.
This is like half a meter long.
Okay.
Oh my gosh! Why? Like Menasau's, why does that look like Menasau's sword?
He uses it in the last episode with his
pulls it out of the air with his like burning justice to like save the day. Like I said, the
Justice.
original version of the sword, the one that came with the was G1 Fort Max's, and so this is like a remade version of it to scale with the new figure, which is why it's gigantic because it's like Fort Max sized.
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, the fact that the sword is that size, I guess we'll have to wait until they're combined to kind of see how that sizing works.
Is it longer than your cat's?
Yes. Just at a casual glance, I can tell you yes.
Also, so this right here was what my collection was 7 years ago. If my tablet would be so forgiving. 7 years ago, that was my collection. Now my collection has skyrocketed to now like 500.
Oh.
So besides like not real Transformers would be the two McDonald's toys, which were Strongarm and Grimlock. But like, let me just count out everybody. So like, I had the TLK Hot Rod 2007 Iron Man. I just had a menagerie of random 2007 to Revenge of the Fallen crap, and then
There we go.
G1 occasionally. I'd have Titan's Return Blurs, and like all the Power of the Prime mini bots, well, except for Brawn, I had Beachcomber, Cosmos, and Windcharger.
That is a lot of pieces. 500. That is a lot of pieces.
There we go.
Well, yeah, this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I just wanted to get the ladder out.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
Wait,
16.
what
The
has
sword is
a lot
slightly
of
longer,
pieces?
but this is a pretty long ladder.
I had 16 Transformers 7 years ago, and now I have
Impactor's
500.
collection. All right. I
16
was making sure you
Transformers
weren't
7
talking
years
about
ago, and now look at me, I
HASLAB.
have 500. Well, maybe 600 now.
Let's see.
Yeah, I've only got 138.
Wait, only?
Yeah, only.
I'm surprised.
One little bit of
Yeah, I know,
compatibility
right?
they did here was they put the little chair by the ladder so you could sit the little Fort Max Titan Master in there, so you can see he's seated there. Just a nice little bit of cross compatibility. Anyway, I'm gonna pop this guy open and start doing the repairs in a minute. I got all my windows open so I don't inhale any microplastics.
Live repairs of Omega Prime on Children of Primus.
Also, I actually made Silent Primes' weapons, finally. I was able to do, so I don't own an actual Silent Prime, so I just use an Inferno, and so I create his double-edged blade and his shield out of Legos. To the best of my abilities.
So to do that, I gotta separate the front from him, and I gotta figure out how. I'm gonna pour over these instruction sheets to discern it. Okay, so okay, right there.
So Megatron has 237 pieces. It came to mind when I heard Impactor and Toy Warp mentioning pieces. And Optimus has less, which I agree makes sense. Because he doesn't have... The Megatron has individually... all the fingers are individually posable. And then he also you can pull the sides of the legs open, so you can still see some of the tech detail, like the inner skeleton still in the legs. Whereas with Optimus, you can't do that.
Also, for the fun fact, so this was a while back, so I couldn't find all the original figures I owned, but I was able to recreate the image, except with the nowadays stuff that I actually was able to have. So now we have all the new generation bots, except for a select few. Like the only ones I was able to like find from the original picture was Ratchet, Windcharger, Rollbar, and Hot Rod. Those are all the only ones that were able to survive the purge of young me. Because trust me, young me did not treat my Transformers good back then.
No, Seth, I have a question. When you say, which figures are those? Because when you say like each one has that many.
Those are the action class blokies. So they're the biggest class blokies of the Transformer variety that they have. So you have the Fender, which are, let me grab Bone Crusher. So this is the Fender class. Let me hold my hand up. That's the Fender class. Where's my... let me grab my rare shiny Optimus I got, by the way. This would be. Oh, Anthony, if you want to, well, I guess you had seen the pictures already in the Facebook chat, but there goes the secret chase version of the Transformer One Optimus, and they're about. Let me see, get them down to my wrist. So, comes to about my first, second bin of my finger, and then the action class. Oh God. I'll do this. I'll hold up the Transformers.
All right.
Ignore his middle finger.
Why?
So this is commander class size, pretty much. Then to give you a compare. Okay, this is gonna be a pain in the butt to do.
Okay.
Oh,
Dang.
yeah. And then
Wow.
I'll hold the defender. Where's your bone crusher go?
So I found the
There goes
area I
Bone
need
Crusher
to effect repairs
next to
on. And I can
Megatron,
show
so-
you here.
Up to the knee,
Well, okay.
up to the crotch.
So I can show you what the problem is, or will be. So fortunately, my Optimus is fine. This section has been cracked and splintered on a lot of people's copies. And the reason it has is because there's a little bar inside, because you telescope this down into his torso, and the piece inside is too large, so you have to crack him open and sand it down. They are all like this. Everybody is disappointed in that fact. But at least it's something that you can get at, because it's all just screws. So that's what I'm going to be doing.
That's what I want them to start doing again, is just giving us the screw stuff, because, like, let's just say this. They give us, like, I really wish they did 86 Megatron, where you could remove the arm off of him and give it to Optimus. Like, that's what I really want to do, because 86 Optimus has, like, half screws, half pins, and his arms are primarily screwed on. So, like, you could do a Skybound Megatron now. Well, not that. There's also an upgrade kit out there that they just made the Skybound Megatron arm.
So,
Also,
Mister, I don't use instructions. These are instructions for those big Megatron and Optimus Prime. Basically, you have a comic book. I count the Megatron, I think, and it was like a longer comic book, so maybe like upper 20s. At least 25, 28 pages rather than only 20 or 22 pages. So basically an American comic book for directions for both.
Since we only have 2 minutes...
Yeah, if you get one, I want you to try to do it without the instructions, since you so proudly announced that earlier.
Well, I mean, I accidentally dismantled my not Masterpiece, my... Not Build-A-Figure, it was a... No, I don't even know how to say it. It was a it was a Starscream model kit, basically, and I accidentally lost the instructions, so I primarily just had to take every single piece, glue it together, and basically build a functioning figure.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, these are some tiny screws I gotta get at.
Yep, I already knew that.
Yeah, don't sneeze.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, now, let me show you what I brought with me. A bowl with duct tape. So I'm going to attach them to the duct tape in the bowl as I take them off.
There you go.
Alright, so let me show these 2 stop motions that are quick, and we'll be out of here.
Yeah.
About that time? Oh, yeah, it is almost 9.
So this is the Well If I Survived Ironhide so far. Man, I hate my tablet and how my computer's acting up with the screen.
Indeed I am. What you must realize, my Autobot brothers, is we were never going to win the war. For the sake of our planet's survival, a deal had to be made with Megatron.
Still need to add audio for half of this stuff.
So it is the original movie audio where you do have it. Because I was thinking for a moment, Sentinel sound like Randy Savage to me.
I had to put the twins in. I had to do the twins.
Like, I really wish people did not label the twins as racist, because in my honest opinion, they were at least a bit of good comical relief at some moments in time, especially when they were fighting each other. And that only happened-
Mind you, that's a 14-year-old kid telling you that, everybody.
Okay, hey, I'm autistic and I have ADHD. Take that. So
No, an
everything to me
autistic
is taken on
Transformers
by a
fan, who would have
different
thought
being.
it?
And this is the final one. Please, for the sake of Primus, speed it up.
Okay,
this
well, I
right
got
here
one of
will-
these out.
So this right here will
That's
most
good.
likely take over the ELA project since it's almost finished.
Where C-127? Sorry, Mike. Getting a little traffic.
That's all I was able to get done.
Nice.
Yeah, that will take over since it's only maybe 30 to 25 more seconds of animation for that scene. Oh my goodness, I want that little dude so badly.
Yeah, it's a Crimsic and Laser Beak, so the
I want to get
Earth
Crimson
mode.
so badly.
Laser Beak that comes with that Megatron. It's going to be the Cybertronian Laser Beak's going to come with the Soundwave.
Where
The
did
only
you get
thing
the Crimson?
I mean, they're just accessories, but I'm going to have to get some paint to paint their eyes, and then Crimson Space mouth too. Or I might just be able to get like a Sharpie and just, because it's indented in there.
He is in-depthly looking at... Oh, speaking of, thanks to my family, I now have 2 lamps actually, so I can now use them in stop motion.
Nice.
Yes, that is the all-important thing for any photography, light.
Light.
Yeah, except the light, the big
That's a
lamp
steady
here.
hand.
This is an actual light bulb, trying to not
Or a
blind you all.
tripod.
Oh wait, it's unplugged, of course. But like, this thing is super bright. Basically, it's a very old style lamp. I can't tell because I have 2 lamps, so I gotta figure out which one turns on. I bet. Yep, it's this one. Wait, no, it's
This
not
is the
that.
opening to a Pixar movie?
Well, if I just.
You just see the lamp start bouncing.
Yeah, it's very bright and affects my camera. And
Sedum, where do you pick up Crimzik?
He's behind me. He's back on the throne.
the only
No, I mean if I wanted one, because I think I need me a Crimzik.
It's
so
it comes in
unless
the
you're willing to spend, what is it called?
Comes with-
7.
Oh,
as one of the accessories. And he comes with his throne, which I have Grandma Seiko. I mean,
Is that the new hashtag from Transformers?
Chaos.
yeah, there goes hashtag. There goes Grandma Seiko from Don Don, which I'm
I
gonna
don't know
see
what that is.
June 6th. It's a Japanese anime that the first 3 episodes of the 2nd season are going to be in movie theaters for like 11 days. But she's sitting on Megatron's throne that you can stash like spare parts in.
I need my sister to explain anime stuff to me. She's the only
Oh.
person who ever explains it to me.
Got the scared glow yesterday.
Sedum will do some explaining.
Also, to put in, so Toy Warp, if you want a official Crimson, the only way you can get one is if you buy the Reflector 3-pack on Big Bad Toy Store. It comes with him, and it's for $70-something.
Excuse me.
So you get
A bunch.
Maybe
of
I'll look for Crimseek on his own on eBay then.
No, do you want to pay $100 because that's how much I've seen him go for?
Crimseek, that little piece of plastic is $100.
Yeah.
The model kits go for. I'm
I
looking
saw
at the
blood
Optimus since I
filter
still got the price tag on it. $34.95, and it's Commander class size. So.
Let me just
Figure
double check
itself.
because that's what I last saw.
And what Commander class is like 80. What before tax and everything.
Well, they can ask $100 all day. Doesn't mean they're going to get it.
Mm-hmm. Well, on that note,
That
I
might
think
be your best bet.
we're gonna round up this segment as Fear of Courage is operating on.
Knee deep in this.
Yep.
I got all 3 screws coming out. I just gotta. I just gotta get them actually out of the backpack, which is. Oh, I could have popped this up the whole time.
All right. Well, we're gonna jump over to Teletran 2, where we will continue the unboxing and the operation of Omega Prime.
Let's see how good the surgery goes because especially surgery occasionally does fail.
There
The
you go.
backpack is off, so that's a start. I gotta get the actual back of the figure off next.
So join us in Teletran 2 segment till all are one.
All
All are one.
One.